Welcome to The Coffee Grind with the Denton Chamber of Commerce, powered in part by Classic of Denton.
My name is Travis Aselka. I am the Director of Membership and Marketing for the Denton Chamber of Commerce, and with me today is a new co-host.
Good morning. I'm Christy Carruthers, and I'm the General Manager for 5 Star Rental.
And you're watching the Denton Chamber Coffee Grind. We're recording in the DentonRadio.com studio inside of the Discover Denton Welcome Center on the historic downtown Denton Square. And today we have some special guests with us from TWU, Jonathan Olsen and Annie Phillips, who's a returning guest.
Yes.
So welcome.
Thank you.
Just a brief little caveat before I kind of delve into this. Normally we would have Randy Skinner as the co-host, and she was delightfully preggers up until Valentine's Day, and gave birth to a very beautiful little girl, and so she is on maternity leave, if you will, and so we have delightful Christy here to kind of take the reins for a little while.
I'm honored to be here.
Thank you for being. And so today we're going to be talking about something that TWU has going on, and I don't want to spoil it before we get into it, but if you'd like to introduce yourselves very briefly.
Sure. Jonathan Olsen. I'm chair of the Department of History and Political Science at TWU.
Nice.
And I'm Annie Phillips. I'm the Executive Director of International Affairs at Texas Women's University.
Dang. Very cool.
We have some smart people in the house.
Yeah.
Keep saying that. Tell everyone that.
Brilliant people in the house.
Brilliant. So what is it that, okay, so we're going to be talking about the Jamison Lecture that's going to be coming up. So in a nutshell, what is this? What is this lecture?
Well, the lecture was a result of an endowment from Alonzo and Elizabeth Jamison. Alonzo was a longtime Texas legislator, served in Denton County. He was later a member of the Department of History and Political Science, and then later its chair. They were both very active in politics in the state, and they were also great philanthropists.
That's fantastic.
So upon their death, they left an endowment to TWU, $1.7 million, I think it was. Part of which, I think the largest part of which was to provide for this lecture. And the intent of the lecture is to bring nationally and internationally recognized speakers to the TW community and the broader Denton and North Texas community, basically for edification and exploring things of great community political interest.
That's awesome. So this lecture is open to students, obviously, but also open to the public in general?
Right.
Absolutely.
That's
yeah.
fantastic.
So one of the goals is to engage in these larger conversations. We have a lot of conversations about these topics on a university campus, but this is an opportunity for the public to come in and also engage in these conversations, and then really set up a level playing field for us all to have access to this information about the insights that these political leaders and civic leaders bring.
That's incredible. So, go ahead.
Well, I just want to say what an amazing way to leave a legacy that Mr. Jamison did. I mean, if you have $1 million laying around and want to give to a wonderful...
It's a really great cause to do
No,
that.
but I think that's amazing that he is able to continue on his legacy. But I also have a question. How often are these lectures? Are they?
It's an annual lecture.
Oh,
so
an annual.
once
Okay,
a year.
that's
We've
all.
done. This will be our 4th lecture. So I came to the department to Texas Women's in 2014. We had our inaugural lecture in 2016. 2016.
Yes.
Right, 2016.
Sarah Weddington was our first speaker, so we were honored to have her.
gosh.
Yes.
I know, impressive, right? Yes, and then each year since.
Yep.
That's really cool. I'm a little verklempt about it.
Okay.
So who's going to be the guest speaker at this upcoming?
We have 2 congresswomen. We've got Representative Kate Granger from Fort Worth and Representative Sylvia Garcia, who also is a TWU grad, so we're very proud
Nice
of that.
alum.
Nice.
And then we have, as our moderator, Professor Jennifer Lawless from the University of Virginia. She has been very active in Center for Women in Politics. And, our theme this year is Women on the Rise in the midterm elections of 2018.
So what are they going to be talking about? What's the topic that they are bringing?
Yeah, so we kind of came up with this topic because there was a lot of discussion. I think you've probably heard, this phrase, like the pink wave in politics.
Oh,
and
yes.
so we were just talking about, what is it? What's going on in our country that is igniting interest, or in women being in politics? Or maybe that's the case, but maybe it's that we're just talking about it. I mean, so we thought, who better than to have our congresswomen come and give their perspectives. They are women in politics.
Absolutely.
And in the mix, and really hearing about this, this pink wave and being involved in it as well.
That's really cool. So the dates on the lecture, so
Yeah,
the one that's coming up.
It is tomorrow, y'all. So this year's lecture is Thursday, March 21st. It starts at 7 o'clock. We are holding a brief reception prior, so if people show up early, there will be a reception in the lobby of Margot Jones Hall, which is on our TW Denton campus.
Yep.
And it's on Oakland Street. We will have free parking in our parking garage, which is very close to the Margot Jones Hall. And so, that's it. Tomorrow, 7 p.m., Margot Jones Hall.
Gotcha. And if off the top of your head, so you had Weddington as the first
Right.
inaugural one. Who was the second and third, if you can remember?
The second year, we had several directors of centers for women and politics in a couple of different universities around the country, and that was a great event because it was also moderated by Chris Boyd from the Think program, KERA, and she also she served as moderator last year as well. But for that second one, they also talked kind of broadly about women in politics, I think, at that time, and it was also great for us too because we were able to talk to them outside of the program. They came to campus a day earlier about establishing our own Center for Women in Politics at TW, which we have now done.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Which is super cool.
And then last year, you want to talk about last year?
Sure, yeah. Last year we had Ashley Parker from the Washington Post and Sabrina Siddiqui from
The Guardian.
The Guardian,
my
that's
gosh.
right. And so we, the topic there were journalists and, the all of the things that they are having to navigate, fake news and just being female journalists in the era that we live in. And so it was fascinating.
Oh my gosh, I can only imagine.
I know. It's really good.
All right, so what else can
does it cost anything, or is
So
it?
glad you asked that because it
Right.
is free.
Free. A
Free and open to the
event.
public.
Yeah. Yes.
Y'all
So-
should have a packed house then.
Yes,
We hope
yes.
so,
We
yeah.
have every year. So we are, it is exciting that this has been an interest to the community and, both Denton and Dallas-Fort Worth community, and then of course our TW community. But yes, it is a free event because again, we want to utilize this opportunity to engage in these meaningful conversations, and we don't want there to be an obstacle to that.
That's quite a gift.
It
to
is
be
a
able
gift.
to make it free.
But this is the gift that the Jamisons left.
Absolutely.
One thing that I don't know if John shared this about the Jamisons. Not only did Alonzo, serve in the legislature, he then became a professor at TWU, and he was the chair of the department. His wife Elizabeth also graduated with a bachelor's degree in music from TWU. So, there was a devotion to
Right.
Texas Women's University and the work that they did, and we just see that as part of what we need to do is to continue to give and expand that devotion.
As well as
Gosh,
a
that's
devotion
incredible.
to public discourse.
Absolutely.
I
Yes.
think
Of course.
that's the chief thing about the Jamison legacy is that it's this gift to continue to stimulate public discourse and make things like this available to a broader audience.
Yeah, and and this is another opportunity to demonstrate quality public discourse that's balanced,
Absolutely.
that
Absolutely.
people are speaking in kind, appropriate, professional ways and to demonstrate that we can have opposing views. But it's about understanding, right?
Right.
It's about
Absolutely.
hearing different perspectives and just gaining those insights.
Truly a discourse.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's great. So is this something that somebody would have to register just to let you know they're showing up, or they can simply show up?
They just show up.
You make
They
it
just
so
show up.
easy.
We
Yes.
don't and of course we don't really know how many people show up. So last year, for example, we're very pleased. But we had a slightly smaller space last year. I think it seats about 350, something
right.
like that. So we were hoping for a big crowd, but it was bigger than we even thought. So it was a standing room only crowd, which
That's
is
incredible.
terrific for us. But one thing about having about not having RSVPs is that we do want to make it kind of open, and so people don't have to go through extra steps to do that. But it's a bit of a surprise, We don't know what kind of crowd we're going to get exactly.
However, this year Margot Jones is our largest facility on the TWU campus.
Plenty of room.
Plenty of room.
Plenty of room.
That's great.
Come on, people.
That's right.
Bring it on.
Yep.
Bring your neighbors. Bring it on.
Nice. So if you want to see any, as audience members of this, if you want to see any details, you can go to twu.edu/Jamison, and that's JAMISON. Alrighty, so that's happening tomorrow. It starts at 7
7 p.m., right.
You have a reception. Is that starting at 7 or previous to that?
It's previous to that. I mean,
Gotcha.
so as people show up, it will be in the lobby, and there you have it. Simple.
Nice.
We're keeping it easy.
Will
y'all.
the speakers be at the reception that people can
They
kind
will
of
not.
meet them in person?
Here's the interesting thing about working with congresswomen. They have intense schedules.
That's
I mean, it's true.
Right.
So
Which is understandable.
Right.
I mean,
So
And they're in
yeah.
session.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the
Yes.
time.
Right.
Yes.
right. So they actually are going to be kind of scooting in,
Scooting out.
offering what they can,
Sure.
and then scooting out. Yes. So that's just the reality of
Yeah.
their lives.
I'm just ask a question about asking questions. Is there like a Q&A time or anything for people to
Good question to ask. Yes, there will be a Q&A time. So the structure will be the congresswomen speaking until about, let's say 10 after 8, something like that, and then we'll open it up to the audience for Q&A. We'll have mics.
That is wonderful.
Pass
I
around.
love that
Yep.
because that just brings in the crowd,
Yes,
and gives them an opportunity.
And that's been a
to-
feature every year of what we've done. We've always had the Q&A.
great.
So,
That's
yeah.
good. Good to know.
Yeah, it's an important component.
Yeah, I think
Nice.
so too.
Do we cover all the details? Is there something that we...
Have we left out any important details?
We have not left out any important details.
All right. Well, thank you.
We're going to be confident about that.
yeah,
We
yeah,
have not
yeah.
left out any details.
If so, we'll make sure to put it in the comments after
Okay,
the video,
thanks.
so
Yeah,
we'll
yeah,
feed
yeah.
it back in there. So don't go anywhere. We're going to go through a couple of like chamber announcements and things like
Sure.
that. Feel free to chime in.
Okay.
Thank y'all for being here, though.
Thank you
Oh,
so
thank
much.
you so
So
much for having us.
interesting.
We really appreciate the
Yes,
opportunity.
thank you.
Yes.
Also, I didn't prep you in advance of this, but we do have a question that we ask at the end.
Oh,
and
okay.
it's our prepared fun question, but I did not prepare you.
It'll be
Such
the
as-
unprepared
wing it.
fun.
Yes,
Does unprepared
it's
make
a
it
good
more
one.
fun?
Sometimes,
it's a
yes.
gentle
Sometimes,
question.
yep.
Okay, great.
Such as life.
Okay.
All right, so not to compete with anybody's, lecture
Event
series.
tomorrow.
The,
There's
Yeah.
a lot going on. It's
There is.
perfectly fine.
So we have the Chamber's annual banquet. It's the 110th anniversary of the Denton Chamber of Commerce, and so starting at 5 with a cocktail reception, and it ends at 8:30. It's a masquerade theme. We're going to be celebrating the fact that we will be transitioning from the past board chair to our new board chair. The new incoming board chair is Jill Jester. She's local attorney with Minor and Jester, and the previous chair was Eric Clark. He was with Wellspring Insurance, and very delightful, both of them, very delightful people.
So I want to share one thing. Jill
Ooh.
Jester is one of our Board of Regents.
Yes,
so
she
Oh,
is for
yes, she
TWU.
is.
Yes,
is.
she's
Yes.
Board of Regent for TWU.
She was
so
appointed by the governor.
yes,
That was a whole thing.
impressive. And so we support
Super
her
impressive.
doing this.
Oh,
Yes. I know she'll be sad to miss
I know.
tomorrow night,
Yeah,
but
unfortunately.
do you
yes.
have your mask?
I do.
Okay, so do
Yes,
I.
it came in the other day. What's the other thing I want to? Oh, we also have hired a new president for the Denton Chamber, and her name is Erica Pangburn. She comes to us from the Abilene Chamber of Commerce, where she was, I could get this wrong, but I believe director of community relations. And so we're very excited. She's highly social and just she's a spitfire, and I like her. So all of that goodness. And then I just wanted to, before I pass this on to you,
Okay.
we have a community event from one of our members, Ativa Denton. It's they are a 55 and above active adult community, but they're going to have an open house at their location off of Spencer Road. And if you have ever thought about moving to a place like this, then you can kind of look into it. They'll be having an open house happy hour. That's Friday, March 22nd, starting at 5:30. And if you want to find out any more information about these events, you can check out the Denton Chamber's website at denton-chamber.org and check the events calendar.
Okay, next we have coming up this next Monday, March 25th, we have our Women in Commerce event. This is our last event of the year, of the Chamber program year. So we're super excited about advertising or showcasing 5 prominent businesswomen that have been around for years and have a wealth of wisdom. We're going to be talking about lessons learned from their experiences, how to balance, juggle everything as a businesswoman and all the things that we do, as well as their successes. And so we're super excited to be able to present this. This is at the Dive Restaurant. So we have to have a little exciting party action going on at the Dive on March 25th, 5:30 to 7:30. You do need to sign up. We encourage you to register. It is free to the public, but we encourage you to register. You can go to the Denton Chamber of Commerce website again, or you can go to the Wink Facebook page and sign up through there. So we are really excited to be honoring these women.
Do you want to mention just who the 5 are?
Oh, sure. We have Carolyn Corporon, who is formerly with Sally Beauty. We have Georgina Ngozi, who is with the Greater Denton Arts Council. Priscilla Sanders, who is a retiree. She is the co-founder of Serve Denton, wonderful organization there. Roxanne Del Rio with North Texas Central College, NCTC. And then Carolyn Simmons, who is actually has been in banking and finance her whole life, but she also serves as the treasurer for the Chamber of Commerce right now. So wonderful women, like I said, with a wealth of wisdom, and we are super excited. We are really getting close to filling up. So if you are interested in this, I encourage you to sign up ASAP. So.
Next, we've got the Denton Community Job Fair. This will be held Thursday, March 28th, and we're still looking for employers. We have a max of about 60 that we can fit. It takes place at the Civic Center here in Denton, and we have, I want to say maybe 10, 12 slots still available. So if you are hiring or you're going to be hiring soon, I would highly recommend. It's only $40 to get registered, and that includes a table, a lunch, and although it kind of covers the printing costs and things like that, obviously, but that helps to pull this together. And so we as the Chamber do this in conjunction with Denton ISD, United Way of Denton County, Workforce Solutions, NCTC, and the City of Denton. And so and this is the 3rd one that we've held, and each one has become a little more well-known and a little more well-attended. So we are really excited to have this as an offering for folks to find jobs and to be matched up with some of our local economy drivers.
So our company was a part of this last year, and we actually hired some people that we met from this job fair, and I just highly recommend it. It was a wonderful way just to even just network and meet other companies that are just from our area, and it just was a great opportunity, and just the people that came. Yeah, super good event.
And so if you want to find out any information about that, you can go to dentonjobfair.com, and it'll take you right to the appropriate page. And then, if you want to do
Okay, next is coming up on Saturday, March 30th. We have a lot going on in this city.
So much going on. I love it, though. It's so great.
Never a dull moment here, which that's one thing I love about Denton. We have the Tales and Trails 5K and 1 mile fun walk and run. Saturday, March 30th from 9 till noon. It looks like registration begins at 7:30. There is a fee that is involved, $25 to do that. There's a virtual fee of $20. Does that mean you can walk online while you're watching from your home or sit? No, I'm kidding. The website, let's see, I don't even see a website here. Who to contact?
Well, I think you can click.
So you can still go to the Denton Chamber website, and that will direct you to this Tales and Trails 5K walk and fun run.
It's through the Denton Animal.
Yes.
Foundation.
So are tails required, right? Or
I was going to say, I'm thinking you could bring your tails.
Yes, I believe you can. The puppy dogs are welcome.
BYOT.
Yes.
It's pet friendly.
Very fun.
Yeah, see it right
yes,
there. Pet friendly.
I would think that they would be included. Just bring your poop bags.
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
Got to take care of that. All right, so next is on April 5th, starting at 4 o'clock, Northwest Lineman Training Center is having their ribbon cutting off of Shelby Lane here in Denton. And if you're not familiar, the Northwest Lineman Training Center, I mean, it's been here just for a few years, but they train linemen. I mean, and it's and I found this out just the other day through working with the community job fair, that like linemen make a really good money. Just, you know, that's a good, well-paying job.
It is.
And it's one of those kind of disappearing things that, you know, I don't know, it's just neat.
It's like an old Glenn Campbell song.
I wonder if they're going to be at the job fair and hiring. Maybe some people might want to go check that out.
Yes, they are. I see them right
wonderful.
there.
Okay.
They will be there.
Good. Well, you just gave a great plug for, we don't know what they pay, but they pay good.
They pay well. Wink.
Yeah.
All right. Do you want to take that one?
Okay. All right. We have our April mixer coming up. Our membership mixer for the Denton Chamber is going to be sponsored by Andy B's Bowl Social. It's called the Andy B's Bowl Social. So if you have not been to Andy B's, you have got to go to this. This is amazing. This is another free event that the Chamber provides, 5 to 7 o'clock. Come right after work, grab a drink, mingle, network. We might even get to bowl. I wonder if we'll get to bowl.
I'm sure they have something.
They have a laser tag.
Virtual reality game. I did the virtual reality game.
Done it
Oh, I
too.
haven't done that.
The zombie one's a little scary, but you have to do it. It's
It makes you
fantastic.
question your reality.
I'm
just
going to
a
do that.
smidge.
Oh, no. This will be so fun. But Thursday, April 18th, make sure you sign up. We still, even though it's a free event, we still encourage you to sign up on the Chamber website just so we
like to
can
know
kind of
how
keep
many
track.
people will be there.
We want to make sure we have enough drinks.
And I want to say Andy B is a
food.
real person.
Yes.
Like it's not like Mrs. Campbell or,
Yeah.
or Calendar or Marie Calendar.
Yes.
You know, it's like
Okay.
a not made up person. Andy B is a real person. He is a really cool guy.
He must be.
And
I mean, you know.
he comes from like a bowling background, and
interesting.
so this is his way of like, you know, continuing to play into adulthood.
But you're not allowed to reveal his last name. And so
Yes.
therefore he stays
B.
as Andy V.
Yes.
I'm sure I knew it at one
It's
time.
Andy Bowler.
Andy
Yeah, just make it
Bowler,
up,
of
make it
course.
I took bowling in college, believe it or not.
Are you serious?
Oh, yeah.
I'm horrible
I
at
did.
bowling, but it's a
I'm
fun
good.
thing to do.
I'm just
you
saying,
are?
I'm
Okay, I'm
good.
not playing with you.
Oh gosh, I have so many questions. I would love to know more about this. All right, so then we have another business networking lunch. We hold these on a monthly basis, and in April we're going to have Erica Pangburn, the new president. She will be the featured guest speaker, and so I kind of asked her if she was going to be comfortable with this, and she was like, "You tell me what you need me to do," and I was just like, "Here, go here and do this."
That is perfect.
So she's going to kind of
Good.
give us a little overview of kind of where she comes from, what her history is, and maybe a little bit about the future of the Denton Chamber. So this is capped at about 55 people, and I always put this caveat out there that that's how we have to do that, because that's how the function of this event will go. So we have to kind
it
of
will
limit
sell
the number.
out, I'm sure.
It does,
Especially
every
with
single
her.
month.
People are going to want to come here. And what a great way to kick off the new year, the
Absolutely.
new chamber year. So,
So
I
if you
like
want to take that one,
Okay.
I have some details to add. but-
Okay, so we have also the April quarterly membership luncheon coming up. I know all of these chambered events that you need to register for. This is another event that's paid for, or that you need to buy a ticket for, $35. This is going to be Friday, April 26th, 11:30 to 1:30. Is it at the Gateway?
It's at Embassy.
Oh, Embassy. Okay. Oh, good. Their food is delicious.
It
so
is.
that will be fun. And then let's see who is the
Here. So
sponsor.
We've got
I
two
love to always
things.
announce the sponsor. Okay.
Hazeberry.
Oh, Hazeberry.
White
Where
Van Zandt.
are you seeing
Sponsor
that?
right here. Hazeberry
Oh my
White Van
goodness.
Zandt.
Okay. Hazeberry White Van Zandt is going to be our sponsor, which will be wonderful. And they'll get a chance to stand up and speak and
They
kind
will.
of share about their business.
Yes.
They've been here in the Denton area for years
Since
and years.
1987 or something
Yeah,
like
so a
that.
prominent fixture in Denton.
Largest law firm in town.
Yes.
Do quality work.
Yep, and then it'll be held at Embassy Suites. Who's
Embassy.
the other Texas? No, who's
it's
the
just
other?
Texas firm.
But is there another sponsor or no? I thought you said two.
That's
One.
just them.
Okay, so that's it.
So the only thing I wanted to add is that here at this luncheon, we are going to have the 34th Leadership Denton class graduation.
Yes.
So we'll take care of that. And then we've also got the City Council Candidate Forum. We used to have this as kind of something that the Chamber did this for several years, and it was for its board of directors. But now, we're opening it up to the entirety of the membership. And so we're going to have all of the City Council candidates invited And they will be able to, they'll be not interviewed. What am I asking here?
Just like an open
Presented,
forum, like a
they'll be
public forum.
introduced.
Sort of.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
right.
So questions will be posed, and they will provide responses to those questions.
Oh, that's
and I've gotten to see a couple of these in the past, and I mean, very carefully worded questions to elicit really good quality answers. And it's just a really interesting thing to be able to see our local politics at play. And for the city council. And so, I mean, these are people who affect your daily life.
So that's the presentation that's going to take place during the luncheon.
Big chunk of it.
Okay, good. Nice.
All right. So that takes us all the way into April, and we're going to cut off there. So at the very last thing, we have this unprepared fun question.
Unprepared fun question.
So really, it's very easy.
This is the first moment I've gotten nervous, but I'm ready. I'm ready.
You have an option.
good.
You have an option. So it's either what was your first job, and tell us a little bit about that, or what's your favorite way of dentoning?
Oh, man.
I talk about my first job.
Okay, you do it.
Okay.
I delivered newspapers. So I started when I was probably 11, something like that, 12 maybe. And I did that all the way through high school.
Which newspaper?
It was the Fort Worth Press, which was defunct. Actually, it was the Tulsa World when I was a middle schooler, because I lived in Tulsa for a couple of years. And then it was the Fort Worth Press for 1 year before they went defunct. Then it was the Fort Worth Star-Telegram. So I did that all the way through high school, along with playing in a rock and roll band. So that's how I made my money when I was in high school.
What do you play? What instrument?
I play guitar and I sing. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, yeah.
Very good.
That's awesome. I can answer either. So maybe I'll answer both.
Do both.
My first
Yeah.
job, I was a lifeguard. I wanted to be a lifeguard for the rest of my life. However, as you can see, that didn't work out for me. It was probably good, right? And then my favorite way of dentoning, I mean, just all of them. So I love doing things in Denton by riding my bike around. You know, I mean,
Oh my gosh, yes.
I mean, it's just the best. I actually live near the new Aldi over on Ector, and so like 2 blocks. So I make my children walk, and and I'm like, this is what Denton provides. It provides opportunities for you to really do a lot of things on foot and on your bike. I mean, I ride my bike from home to work on the weekends when I'm really shouldn't be working. But I mean, so, and I think just. I love Clear Creek. I love that there are city sort of things, but then outside the city sort of things as well. So.
And now we know you like
balance.
to play virtual games at Annie B's.
And bowl.
Annie B's
Yep.
and bowl.
Yeah,
You're a
exactly.
professional bowler.
And live music. That is
Yes.
my favorite way of dentoning.
Yes.
I think there's always a live band playing somewhere in town at any given moment.
It's the best.
That's true.
Well, I love those responses. They are my faves.
Yeah, thanks.
Alrighty, so gosh, I guess that basically wraps it up. All right, so I want to thank both Jonathan and Annie for coming in today and talking to us about the Jamison Lecture that's happening tomorrow, starting at 7. And thank you also to DentonRadio.com for their support in the production of the Chamber Coffee Grind. So thank you, Jake, and thank you, Christy. And for more information about the Denton Chamber of Commerce, you can check us out online at denton-chamber.org. That's Denton with a -chamber.org. You can follow and friend us on social media. And remember to tune in every Wednesday at 10 a.m.
Thank you.
Great. Thank you.
Well, thank you for tuning in. We hope you enjoyed the show. Be sure to check out DentonRadio.com for new Denton artists and where they're playing next. While you're surfing the internet, make sure you check out our friends Classic of Denton at ClassicofDenton.com.